Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to do a review on the CWF Mini Arc. This is a fabulous flashlight from Charles Wiggins, his newest release. There's, as far as I know right now, there's 3 versions of this light, and then there's a more affordable, less programmable version that Tactile Knife Co. is making called the Apollo, which has a pretty similar aesthetic. It just has their milling pattern on it, and it has a different driver which doesn't allow programming. It's just low, medium, high, and that's it. Where this, you have a Quantum Chimera driver in it where you can program it. And I'll have to grab the card for it actually, so we can go through the programming, because I do want to show you guys that. But it's just a great light. I mean, it's the perfect size. I don't have a micro click anymore actually, because I kind of went up in size in flashlights. But I will grab some 10440s, sorry, 14500s to show you, just so you can see a comparison. And I'll grab a 18350 as well here for you, just so you can see all this stuff. I know some of you guys want to see the comparisons. Let me grab the card. Sorry, I should have been prepared. Thought I had all this out, but I did not. So, all right. So here's the box the flashlight comes in, made in the United States. And here's the card I'm talking about. This is the Quantum Chimera engine. The Peanut has the Quantum Dragon engine in it, which is has a secondary channel. But it comes with the flashlight and a battery. I'll show you in a second. And then the card. As of right now, I think they're all 219C 5K, which works for me. I would love to see them start working with 519A though. 22324. There's your mode group options. We'll go through those and the configuration. It's super easy to operate. It's very similar to the Quantum Dragon and the Dragon driver. Very simple driver to change modes and whatnot. So just to give you a rundown here, there's a lot of stuff, but this and this are the Mini Arc, and then you have a 14500 Dawson Machine Craft, La Lima, Metalcraft, Ion Slim here. So these are rocking the same battery, and you can see a massive difference in length and even width. This is about 0.85 in width, where a triple emitter flashlight is going to be about 1 inch in diameter. And then this is going to be about 0.74, I think. And then your micro click from Charles is going to be about 0.63. So it's very, very slim, not far off from the micro click. And then here is the DC0 from Okluma, which I know a lot of people are going to want to know a comparison between these. And you can see it is substantially shorter and about the same thickness. So you even have that slimmer portion in the center there. And again, same battery in both of these. And it does have more output than the DC0. Now mine has been modded, so I have a lot more output. But stock DC0 goes up to 350 lumens. This one goes up to 520, all right? So here it is compared to its brethren. Again, I don't have the micro click, but this is the Arcadian and this is the Peanut. These are both 18350 sized flashlights. You can see a big difference. It's about the same length as the Arcadian. And again, all his designs are based off of this one. This is the Arcadian. Then you have the Peanut, which is a shorter Arcadian. Then you have the Micro Arcadian. And then you have now the Mini Arc or Mini Arcadian. So let's set all those aside. This is a Magismo Haiku with a 16340 body, and then a Sundrop from Magismo in 14500 body. So this one here takes the same battery as this, just so you can get a reference. And then this is another same Mini Arc. And then here's a Hydra This is from JC Customs in aluminum, and that also takes a 14500, but this is a triple emitter, which is pretty cool. But you can see it is thinner than that, and this is one of the smaller 14500s. I'd say these three right here are probably the smallest 14500s on the market. Everything else bumps about up to this size, which, by the way, this is fantastic. Get a lot of output, really, really good light. You get a better reflector usually because you have a longer body and everything there. And then you get the McClicky switch because of all that. So, you know, it's kind of trade-offs for what you want, because this does not have a McClicky switch. He had to use, I think it's called an Ottman switch. I'll show you that in a second. I did do beam tests with this, so you'll see that at the end of the video. So let's break it down real quick. I guess we'll take this one. Just want to show you guys. So when you take this apart, you're going to have your driver here. Just get that in there. I don't know if I've ever actually removed this, so this will be new for me. Maybe I did take a look. I can't remember. But I'd like to show you guys, so. It's hard to keep it in those notches. So you have a copper pill. Ooh, the glass came out. Interesting. So here is, yeah, I've never done this. So here is the board. It's got your Quantum Chimera on it, your 219C, and then it has this centering ring that glows. So if you hit that with UV, you can see that ring around there is glowing. That whole area is glowing, which is cool. And then in here, see if we can get this out now, we have a reflector. So this is our reflector, very smooth, and that's why you get such an awesome beam with this thing. That sits on top of here, like so. I guess that helps center the, there's a ring there that this sits on top of. I got it, okay. And then the glass sits on top of that. Like so. I thought the glass was gonna stick in there, but silly me. See if I can get this in. So that is your setup. This is gonna be very hard to do on camera, so just give me a second here. Just so I don't mess up my flashlight for good, you know what I mean? Very cool setup though, from Charles. Gotta dig it. He always makes it pretty easy to get in there, and if you ever needed to mess with something, you know, you could. Just trying to keep an eye on the glass and everything as I do this. Should all just kind of go together. So nothing's moving around there. I'm just going to flip it over, tighten it down. Probably does not need to be over tightened in any way. I tend to do that. There we go. So everything looks even. Let me check this one. Yep. It all looks even. Put this back on. Tighten it down. And your light is on. It is centered. Everything works properly. It's in there. So did a good job, luckily. Let me just clean the glass because I knew I got some schmutz on the glass. I was hoping it was all on my side, but looks like maybe some of it was on the inside. So I might have to take that apart again and check it, but I'll do that myself. And then you have the switch on this side, and I'm gonna need T8 for this. So I just like to show this stuff for people who are like afraid to take apart their flashlight. You know, if you have any kind of issues or anything like that, usually you can fix things pretty simply yourself. But you just unscrew this back part. You can see there's a thread there, or a seam. So you unscrew that. There's the back of the battery. Here's the spring. And again, just take some pliers like this. I'm not recommending everybody do this, but then you just unscrew this. And this is like a ring. And I did want to mention this because some people might think the switch is a little stiff on this flashlight, but you can actually adjust that. So this is all sitting together here. You have the rubber cover, and then you have this washer that kind of makes everything sturdy, because if you were just pushing on just that, I don't think it would work. So it has this here so that there's a base. But here's the switch. That's your switch right there, Ottman switch. And then you can see he put this little piece inside the boot cover. A little plastic thing, 3D printed. And that's against the nub, so it makes it a little stiffer when you push and a little more even. I think that was the point, was to give it a nice even click and push on everything, just so everything is kind of like uniform. But you could take that out. I tested it, and then it is a bit more, it's a little softer then. I like stiffer, so this is fine for me, but some of you guys might like them soft, if you know what I mean. So to put this back together, I kind of just slide this up and then push that through, flip it over, and then you take the this side. I don't know why, I just know. Take that side, take your pliers, drop them in, and then you can tighten this down. You also might be able to adjust your switch cover a little bit if maybe yours doesn't tail stand perfectly. I've seen some of these that don't. Tighten that down a little bit. And then we can put this back on. And now everything works. No problem. Then we can put our clip back on. It's just a standard clip pattern. So you could probably put some random aftermarket clips on. I tried a few. Nothing worked perfectly for me. So I stuck with the stock clips here. And there we go. Straighten that out. Tighten that down. And we are good to go. Everything works as it should. So that's the disassembly of the flashlight. One thing I want to note is some people have noted that the battery tube is a little bit big. Sorry, I just want to check. I don't know why my brain is like, I gotta check to see if this one's tight. It is. Some people have said the battery tube is tight. So if you take a standard 14500, I think Charles is recommending these. These are 10 amp high discharge button top batteries. And if you put one of these in most of them, there's a lot of play here. And he said that's because there's so much variance in the 14500 batteries that he wanted to make sure that they all fit. But you can take some heat-resistant tape, PTFE heat-resistant tape. I'll try to link it in the description. You can get it on Amazon. Just wrap it once, and it'll make it much tighter. It's still easy to get in and out. But then once you put that in there and you tighten it down, the only thing you'll hear rattle it all a little bit is the switch, which is normal. But that's much better than with stock battery. I don't know if you can hear it. If you can hear that. But it'll help with that if you care. Some people care, some people don't. And I just took 2 of my batteries and wrapped them. And they'll still fit in a bunch of other stuff that way. But even if not, I'll just have dedicated ones for this specific light. But my machine tie one, very tight without any of that. So I don't know if it's just a matter of which one, which run, you know. Is that a big deal? No, not to me at all. But I wanted to mention it. So there you go, guys. That's a disassembly and everything of the flashlight. And then in terms of the driver, you have the Quantum Chimera. And basically this is a reverse clicky. So you click on and then you tap to cycle. And it comes basically on the perfect mode. I think it's mode group 2 or 3. You get Moonlight. It's mode group 3. You get Moonlight and then 15, 35, and 100. I put it on mode group 2. So I get Moonlight, 5, 15, 35, and 100. But you can see the options here to change mode group. So it's basically like any other dragon, but I'll go over it. You want to turn it on, and then you want to tap 10 times until you see it just cut out, and you'll see it start blinking. And you can see it's already, now it does the down ramp, and then it will blink. So it did 1, then it goes down, 2, and that's allowing me now to select which option I want, 1, 2, or 3. 1 is mode group select, 2 is memory on off, and 3 is strobe option. When light ramps down, it will flash 3 different power levels, cycle switch, while finish, flashing low if you want strobe off, medium for bicycle mode, and high for strobe mode. To access, do 3 rapidly. So basically, let's turn that off. So to change mode groups, you want to do 10 taps, let it start strobing. You can do more than 10, it's fine, just wait for it to start. So here it's going to go 1 blink, 1, and then I'm going to select, and now it's going to give me options. Okay, wait, I screwed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm going to pay attention this time. Blinks down. 2, 1, tap. Now it should be asking me if I want mode group. What is happening here? Flash, you're in configuration mode. Once in configuration mode, the light will give a solid light and ramp down. If you want to modify options 2 through 3, cycle, switch, turn. Oh, okay, sorry. I was thinking regular dragon. So this is even easier. It auto goes to option 1. If you want to go to option 2 for memory on off, you got to do it during the ramp down. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I want mode group 6, let's say. 5, 35, and 100. So that was 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Six. So right there, I'm going to turn on off. So now I'm going to get 5, 35, and 100. And that's it. Okay? That's how you change mode groups. It's super easy. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Wait till it starts going crazy. Don't do what I do and think you got it. There we go. So now it's auto ramping. I want group 2. So just wait for it. 1, 1, 2. On off. So now I got mode group 2. So I'm going to have Moonlight, 5, 15, 35, and 100. Okay. Now, memory is off. So let's see, I had it on like a medium mode there. When I turn it back on, it's going to come on moonlight. So I want to turn memory on. That's option 2. So you have to change it during the ramp down. That's where I screwed up. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While it's ramping down here, I tap. And now it's going to do 2 blinks and a ramp down. So now it's just letting me change memory. So now I should have memory on. Select this, turn off. Okay, I screwed that up. Cycle switch while flashing low if you want memory off and high if you want memory on. Okay, so sorry, I've been screwing this up the whole time. Tap, 1, 2. So now it's gonna ramp down. That's low, that's off. That's high, that's on. So that's where I selected. So now, put it on this, turn off. Now when I turn back on, it'll be on that mode. See? And then to turn memory back off, tap 10 times. Tap during ramp. Wait for it to ramp down. And then tap on low. And now it's going to be off. See? If I want to change strobe, I need to tap during ramp down, then tap again during the next ramp down. Then it'll blink 3 times for option 3. And then you can select, it says flash low if you want off, medium for bicycle, and high for strobe mode. So I'll do strobe mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then ramp down, tap. 1, 2. Ramp down, tap. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to get this, and then low. So it's off, bicycle, and then high strobe. So I just turned on strobe. So now I turn the light on and then triple tap. And now we're going to get strobes. But I want that off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1 tap here, 1, 2. 1 tap here, 1, 2, 3. And then I just got to wait for the low and off. So now strobe mode is off. No strobe mode. No memory. And I have moonlight, 5, 15, 35, and 100. Perfect. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm sorry I butchered it a little bit, but it's so easy once you just understand the basics of how to go from option 1 to 2 to 3. And then you just select your stuff. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Happy to do another tutorial if that one was butchered because it wasn't great. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. There's a beam shot coming, and I love you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Charles, you killed it. This is one of the best lights yet. Can't wait to see what else you come up with, which different versions you come out with. All that kind of stuff. So love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll catch you later. Hey guys, Kev here, and I have the CWF mini arc custom flashlight, 5000K 219C emitter here, and I wanted to show you the beam shot, and then I don't know what video it'll show up, but I might do a comparison between this and the DC0 that I have modded. But this thing is spectacular for the size. You'll see all that in the review. But yeah, camera's not very clear here, but let's see what we can get done. This is low. So low. I guess you could categorize this as moonlight, actually. Sorry. So I think the setting I'm on right now is mode group 2, where you get like 4 or 5 modes. So this is low, can't even hit the tree. It can just bounce off the house here, but it's not like lighting anything up. So then this is, I believe, 5%. So we had moonlight, then 5. And this is where you start to see this thing shine. I mean, it just has a really nice balance of throw and flood, which is basically perfect for EDC purposes. I mean, look at that hot spot. you know. It does have some rings in it, but it's not like distracting or weird or anything. It's just, it is what it is, and it gives you that flood along with the throw. So you guys will see the optic or the reflector and everything in the video. But so this is 5%. We are bouncing off that tree just a little bit. Oh, I always forget it's reverse clicky. So here's 15% now. We're lighting up the yard nice. You can get nice sections there. Look at that. I mean, that's freaking amazing. 15%, guys. Up that tree. Here's the house again. Really nice. Yeah, this thing really shines, guys. And then we're gonna go 35%. So the tree is getting nice and lit up. Flashlight is still nice and cool. It's about 50 degrees out here. Still nice and cool. Here's the house. I mean, if I step away, I mean, that's still 40 feet or 35 feet or whatever. There's the tree. And then I think we're gonna bump right up to 100 here. So this is full power. And it's just a thing of beauty. 520 lumens, but excellent candela. I don't know the numbers, but that's how Charles made this thing work. Just a beautiful beam, amazing ratio of candela and lumens. I mean, goes to show you 520 lumens does not sound like a lot, but this thing is amazing out here. Let me just double check, make sure that was high. I mean, it's not even warm. Yeah. Not even warm, guys. Now, if I was indoors, would it get hot? I don't know. I've never felt this thing really heat up. So not only do you get really good performance, you get it without, you know, burning your hand off, which is really nice. So that's a look at the mini arc. I might try to show you a little snippet inside as well. Forgot to show you he has a glow set ring there for the LED, which is really cool. So for a little while after you turn it off, you'll be able to find it if you drop it or put it on a nightstand or something. But yeah, just an absolute workhorse for the size. So thanks, guys. Peace.